Sorry for the light, maybe this is not ideal, but I'm shooting this video in the middle of the night, so I am also talking a bit slow volume and low volume actually. And I was thinking to share with you one video on wolves, a video on wolves that is part of the program I ran on wolves, an online program on wolves, where we talk about many aspects relating to wolves, but this is in particular about hunting. And this is because the other day I was talking with somebody that was very curious to know about the hunting process of wolves, and as often happens, this person had, as a friend of mine, had just some beliefs, or to not say prejudice, but some beliefs that wolves are terrible hunters and they just go out there and kill whatever they cross on their path, right? It's not like that. It's really not like that. Actually, hunting, as we will see in these slides and pictures, presentations, hunting is a very hard process for them, right? But we will see more details in the next few minutes. Please, this is very important. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. Somewhere down here, probably on your right, under the video on the right, you will find subscribe, and then you have the bell. Click the bell and select all, right? So you will be notified when new videos come, right? So subscribe, please subscribe. This channel needs to grow so we can show those videos to more and more people that may find them useful. Okay, are you doing it? Please, and like it and subscribe and hit the bell, right? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We may tend to associate predators with the element of a surprise and a short and intense burst of energy to get the prey. That is the case of some felids, for example. Yet, that is not the case of wolves. And in fact, wolves rely more on endurance, and their hunt strategy is based on a long term. They need to reach the herd or the individual prey, which already may mean to cover a long distance. They then need to test the prey, identify and then test the prey, sensing any weakness through the scent, the visual, the hearing. Then they jump into the real action. Then there is the run, the chasing, which may be unsuccessful or even lethal for wolves, as we have seen. It's a long way to go and there are many risks. This is also why, and probably mainly why, wolves need to be cooperative on the hunt. They need to improve their rate of success and to reduce the risk of injury or death. Among the factors on which depend the rate of success in hunting, there are certainly the level of expertise of the wolves involved and the number of the wolves involved. Expertise is acquired with time, we will see this in a moment, while the number, that is how many wolves participate to the hunt, that depends on how many members form a wolf family. And the smaller the pack is, the more critical becomes the need for cooperation on the hunting, especially in case of a very large prey. When it comes to hunting cooperation, wolves are certainly masters. As they move in the field, they are confident in what they do at each moment, and it looks like they also know somehow what to expect from other members. They do move as if they are one, they work together, and yet each wolf carries out a specific role. And that role depends on factors such as age, gender, social position, and level of experience, of course. Each family member contributes according to hers or his particular experience and ability, while the youngest typically observe and learn the hunt from the sideline. for example, females are lighter and they may be very speedy, so they often cover the role of herding, moving around the herd or back and forth in front of the prey, causing confusion or giving direction, so to say, to the prey, while males that are larger and they are likely slower, but indeed they are more powerful, they are in charge for taking the prey down. The breeding male is importantly involved in the hunt, of course. He may select the target or conversely choose to break off the chase if it seems to be unsuccessful. We need to remember that energies cannot be thrown away, so to say, out there in the wild, so the hunt continues if there are the conditions for that to continue, meaning a high rate of success and a low injury ratio. So the breeding male is in charge of those assessments. Young wolves watch the behavior of adults. They observe how the adults change their strategy according to the type of prey, and therefore they learn how the hunters handle each different stage of the hunt, how do they approach the herd, how do they check the prey, and how to chase the prey in its different rhythms. First slower, then with an acceleration, what to do when the prey fights back or jumps into a river, and so on. So juvenile wolves, at a certain point of their development, join the hunt. And they learn by observing first, and then they emulate more experienced wolves, and eventually they become able to hunt, and with time they refine their skills. And their hunting success will peak around their age 3 to 5. So when they will be 3 to 5, they, especially males, will be the most effective hunters. How it was? Nice, yeah? Yeah. Did you get the essence of it, you know? As you've seen, you know, the wolves have a hard time out there, especially because they don't live in huge packs as they usually are represented in documentaries. But why they are represented like that in documentaries? Big packs of wolves hunting big prey. Because the wolves we can do documentaries on are those wolves that we put together in parks like Yellowstone or other places, right? But so those wolves that somehow, even though a very little extent, have been conditioned by the action of humans, right? While in fact, if we watch wolves in the wild, which is not easy at all actually, and we have very few research made on wolves in the wild, observations made on wolves in the wild, would we watch them? We would discover, we would see that they just live in small packs, right? So made of 3, 4, 5 individuals, sometimes 6 or 7. So we're not talking about huge packs, and therefore you can imagine how hunting itself is conditioned by the presence by the presence of more or less wolves, right? And in fact, the bigger the pack, the bigger the prey a pack of wolves can hunt. And if conversely we just have 1 or 2 wolves, probably they would focus on a very small prey because that's what they can get in 1 or 2 wolves, right? So I hope this video and those information were interesting and valuable for you. Please, again, if you haven't done it yet, like this video, subscribe somewhere down here, hit the bell and select all to receive all the notification, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this topic, and if you have any observation or any question, please write it down here in the comment, and I will be more than happy to engage in a conversation. So thank you thank you again for your sorry, I'm a bit sleepy because it's maybe 3:30 in the night here. So thank you again for your attention, and I see you soon. Bye.